In today's video, we're gonna go over how to track your macros in just 5 minutes a day using MyFitnessPal. And even if you use another app instead of MyFitnessPal, these tips will still apply to you. And really, this video is about things that I wish I knew about tracking my macros when I first started 8 years ago to really help me save time and energy and trial and error. So if you want to speed up the learning process and track as accurately and quickly as possible, this video is for you. So I'm gonna give you 5 quick tips on how to track your macros in just 5 minutes a day, and that's not an exaggeration. If you look at my screen time, I only spend 5 minutes on average daily using MyFitnessPal. So if you do things right and you do things how I'm going to explain in this video, tracking your macros really is not a time-consuming activity, but it will yield significant results in your physique, in your fitness, in your body, if you're doing it the right way. Tip number 1 is what I call nutrition automation. Essentially what this means is that you pick one meal in the day to always be the same. So maybe it's your breakfast or maybe it's your lunch. It's usually not the dinner meal. This should be a meal that's quick and easy to prepare. Maybe it doesn't even involve cooking at all. It should be beneficial to your macros, and it should be something you enjoy and actually look forward to eating so that you can have it day after day. And there's no rule on how long you have to stick with this automated meal. It could be as short as a week. It could be as long as 6 months or more. It's just a matter of when you sort of get tired of that meal, then you just switch it to a new automated meal. The reason this helps tracking your macros and doing it really quickly is because once you track something one time in MyFitnessPal or whatever app you're using, you can copy and paste it over to the next day in literally 2 seconds. So if 33% of what you're eating each day is the same, you can just copy it over to the next day super easily. And if you automate your breakfast and your lunch, now you're going crazy. Now 66% of your food is already, you know how to track it and you can copy and paste it over to the next day. Another good idea that goes along with nutrition automation is basically having a rotation of meals that you have on a weekly basis. And this is what we do for our dinners. We have a rotation of say 5 to 10 meals that we know how to make, that we like, that are relatively good macros, and we make them once every week or so. And we're generally having the same serving sizes and everything's the same, so it's very easy to track a meal that I just ate a week ago. I can copy it over from that day to today. The idea for this is repetition. If you're always looking for new immaculate meals and recipes to have something totally different for every meal every day, it's gonna be really hard for you to track your macros. That's just the truth. Tip number 2 is to use the barcode scanner on MyFitnessPal. Now I know other apps have this as well, so this applies to other macro tracking apps too, but this makes it super easy to track your food quickly and not have to think too much about it. You just open up the app, you take a picture of the barcode of whatever it is you're eating, whether it's a protein bar, your protein shake, could be eggs, could be whatever meat you're having, could be bread, anything you're having. Most of them have a barcode on there. You scan it right in and it inputs the macros, the calories, all the nutrition information in a second. Tip number 3, and this is something that I'm recommending to clients more and more in the last 12 months probably, is to use a meal prep service. There's tons of them out there. I guarantee there's one that delivers meals in your area. What a meal prep service does is they cook up a bunch of healthy, macro-friendly meals and they ship them right to your door once per week. Why this makes tracking your macros so stupidly easy is because they tell you exactly what the macros are for each meal. So all you have to do if you're using MyFitnessPal is open up the quick add feature, enter in the exact proteins, carbs, fats, and calories of that meal that they're telling you, and you're good to go. It takes maybe 60 seconds. Or if you're ordering the same meals a lot from that meal prep service, you can create a meal and basically create this exact meal that you get every week from this meal prep service. So all you have to do is press one button to add it in every week. And what I've told my clients is that a meal prep service is a convenience and time-saving play. It's nothing else. It's saving you the time of having to prep 5 or 10 or 15 extra meals that week. And it allows you to have ready to eat meals in your fridge that you can just pop in the microwave for 2 minutes and they're good to go and they're healthy. They're actually healthy meals that have good macros compared to the alternative, which is maybe you're ordering food out 2, 3, 4, 5 times a week, which isn't nearly as healthy. You have to estimate what the macros are and it just makes things harder. If you're in the Northeast like me, I'm in New York, and you want to give the meal prep service a try that I've been using, I'll leave it down in the description below. I believe they offer through my discount code 40% off your first order. Tip number 4 is less eating out. That includes going out to restaurants, that includes ordering food out. And the reason why this helps you save time on tracking your food is because, like I just said, when you go out to eat or you order food out, most of the time you're gonna have to estimate what the macros are of that meal. And anytime you have to estimate what the macros are, it's gonna add extra time and trial and error and guessing to your day. Because the truth is, we don't really know what the macros are. We don't know how that food was prepared. We don't know how much olive oil they used on those vegetables when they cooked it. They don't know, we don't know how much butter they put in that rice when you ordered that. So the less estimating we have to do, the more time efficient tracking macros is going to be. And what I generally do is I try to aim for eating out anywhere from 1 to 2 times per week. I try to limit it to that. And depending on the phase that I'm in, sometimes I eat out more than that. If I'm in a lean bulking phase and I'm not being as diligent about weighing out all my foods or anything like that, maybe I'll go out to eat 3 times or more. But if I'm in, say, a fat loss phase where I'm trying to be as strict as I can and I'm trying to be as diligent as possible tracking my food, I may eat out 0 to 1 times per week. So it kind of depends on the phase you're in, the amount of balance you want to have, and how good results you want to see. Tip number 5 to track your macros in just 5 minutes a day is to use the search function in MyFitnessPal. I didn't know exactly how to use this effectively in my first couple years tracking my food, but it works very, very well. So for example, if I wanted to track this Coffee Mate coffee creamer, first of all, I could just scan the barcode and get it right away. But for example, we're not scanning the barcode for this one. What I would do in the search function is I would type in the brand and the product. So the brand is Nestle. So I'm gonna type in Nestle Coffee Mate Hazelnut Creamer, and I'm gonna pick the one that matches up with what I see on the nutrition label, which is 1.5 grams of fat per serving, 5 grams of carbs. And there you go. Let's do a quick example of a food that doesn't have a barcode, like watermelon or a fruit. What I would do is I would add this onto a food scale and I'd weigh out how much watermelon I'm gonna have. In this case, let's say it's 200 grams worth. I'm gonna type in watermelon to the search function. I'm gonna select an option that allows me to select 200 grams worth of watermelon. And there you go, that's it. Literally takes a minute. So those are my main 5 tips for tracking your macros in just a few minutes a day. If you implement all 5 of these tips, I promise you, tracking your macros will not only be easier and more effective, more accurate, but it will literally only take a few minutes each day and it will be very sustainable to do over many, many years. Now, the last thing I'll say is that if you're here watching this, looking for some macro-friendly options as far as foods, recipes, I do have a lean muscle cookbook as well that I'm happy to give you for free. I'll link it down below in the description. It's got breakfast ideas, lunches, dinners, protein shake recipes, and I tell you the exact macros and the exact portion sizes for all of them. And it, again, totally free, happy to send it over. I really hope this video was helpful. If it was, consider subscribing because I make new videos just like this every single week. And I'll see you on the next video, which I'm going to leave right over here.